Your municipal value or fair rental value, whichever is higher, 4 lakh is higher. So we considered 4 lakh as an expected rent. Gross annual value, expected rent is 80, actual rent is 77, whichever is less we have taken. Normally you can give for 80,000 per annum, but they given to tenant for 7,000 per month. In that particular municipal or area, what is the rent normally charged? That is a municipal value. Hello everyone, this is your ALsir, lecturing Vidhyaashram First Grade College, the Temple of Excellence. So we are in the session 2 of your topic called Income Tax. Under Income Tax, we are doing the chapter Income from House Property. Now, in your examination, you can expect a question for 10 marks from Income from House Property. Now, so what will be the agenda for the day? The agenda for the day is very simple. Problems on house property. Now, problems on house property, very simple. Today we will discuss and we will work out 3 problems on house property. Whatever problems we are going to do in today's session, these problems were your question paper problems. Your past question paper problems only we are going to discuss. Now, so problem number 2. Problem 1 we already discussed and we did in your session 1, and problem 2 we are doing in today's session. Now, the question is compute the net annual value from the following information. What is the annual value? Whatever the house property on which you are going to pay tax, that is your annual value. So, for annual value, how to find out? Gross annual value as well as net annual value. All the calculation, your format we already discussed. Now, regarding that particular format or according to that format, we will solve today's problems. Now, compute the net annual value from the following information. Now, we have 3 houses, house A, house B, house C, and we have 4. So, fourth one is house D. So, we are calculating for 4 houses separately. Now, in this, municipal value they have given 60,000, 48, 36 as well as 96,000. Then, fair rental value 75,000, 60,000, 45 and 1,16,000. Next, actual rent. Actual rent is 69,000, 54, 40,000 and 1,20,000. What do you mean by actual rent? Actual rent means actually received. Actual received we call it as actual rent. Municipal value means in that particular municipal or area, what is the rent normally charged? That is a municipal value, RS, which is fixed by municipality. Now, next, fair rental value means it is nothing but normally if common people, if they go to that particular house, how much usually they will pay. That is called fair rental value. Standard rent means for that particular locality, the standard rent which is fixed. Now, finally, you have municipal tax which we are going to deduct. So, these are the informations we have for house A, B, C as well as D. For house A, we don't have standard rent. So, this will be your solution. I'll explain you one by one. Now, as per this, computation of annual value of the house property for the assessment year 2020 and 2021. So, particular A, B, C as well as D. Now, as per this, so in the question paper they have given municipal value, fair rental value and standard rent. Municipal value, fair rental value, standard rent. Along with that, we have to calculate the municipal tax also. Now, they have given municipal value, fair rental value and standard rent. I'll go back. See, municipal value, fair rental value as well as standard rent. Now, in this municipal value, so municipal value how much they have given? 60,000. Fair rental value 75. Standard rent, it is nil. So we cannot compare standard rent. Now, as per this, expected rent 1 or 2, whichever is greater, the higher value. So, whichever is greater in this, as per this, your municipal or fair rental value. Now, municipal value or fair rental value, whichever is higher, 75 or 60. In this, 75,000 is high. Now, we have to consider 75,000. Now, once you done with that, next, not more than standard rent. Your standard rent is how much? It is not given. Next, actual rent is how much? 69,000. What is your actual rent? 69,000. Now, your actual rent 69,000. 69,000 are 75. Again, whichever is higher. So, 75 or 69? It is 75. Your final answer is 75,000. What is your municipal tax? 6,000. 75 minus 6, you got 69,000 is your final answer. Any doubt? So, next, once we done for A, same procedure we will follow for B also. Now, you have municipal, fair as well as standard. Now, 1 or 2, municipal or fair value, whichever is higher. Now, whichever is higher in this, 60,000 is higher. We got 60. Now, 60,000 are your standard rent. Now, in this, you got your actual rent is how much? Actual rent as per this, 54,000. Now, 54,000 is your actual rent. Now, your actual rent or else your standard or fair rental value, whichever is higher, 60,000 will be your answer. Now, from 60,000, we have to minus the municipal tax. Now, what is the municipal tax value? 4,800. Now, minus 4,800, you got 55,200. Any doubt? No doubt. Similarly, this also 36 or 45,000, whichever is higher, are 35. So 36, 45 as well as 42,000. So whichever is higher, in this 45 is higher, but the amount should not be more than your standard rent. What is your standard rent? The standard rent is 42,000. Now take 42,000. Now you have 42,000. 42,000 are actual rent received. What is the actual rent received? It is around 40,000. Whichever is higher, 42 or 40? 42,000 is higher. So we have taken 42,000 minus municipal tax. It will be 3,600. Any doubt up to this? No. Your final answer is 38,400. Similarly, you have done for your last one also. So whichever is higher, finally we'll go with standard rent. Standard rent are actual received. Actual received is more. So we have considered actual rent minus your municipal tax. Your final answer is 1,10,400. Clear? Yes. So you have to do one by one, but column should be for all 4 houses. Now, yeah, please take a screenshot. I'll go to next slide. Now, once we're done with that, now we'll go for the next problem. Now, whatever we calculated, the final answer is your annual value. Now, next, from the following information, compute annual value of the house. In this, you have particular as well as rupees. Now, in this, municipal value they have given, fair rent is there, standard rent is there, actual rent also there. Actual rent they have given per month. So, 50,000 per month means 50,000 multiplied with 12, it will be around 6 lakh will be your actual rent received. Now, as per this, you have adjustment like Building remained vacant for 2 months during the previous year. Unrealized rent rupees 50,000. Now, building remained vacant means there were no tenant only. So, they have not collected rent. Then, so unrealized rent rupees 50,000. Unrealized means what? Tenant was there but they have not paid the rent. That we call it as unrealized rent. Then conditions of rule 4 are satisfied. Municipal tax paid by the owner 25,000 and by tenant it is 25,000. So please take a screenshot of this question. Later we'll go for the answer. Now, municipal tax paid by tenant and paid by owner. Always remember, municipal tax paid by tenant we will not consider. Municipal tax paid by owner we should consider. Always go for the municipal tax paid by owner. Now, your answer is very simple. Your expected rent is how much? 4 lakh. I'll go back. In this, building remained vacant for 2 months. Remained vacant for 2 months means as per this, out of 6 lakh, 1 lakh you have not received only because it was vacant for 2 months during the previous year. Unrealized rent 50,000. So unrealized rent is how much? 50,000. Condition of rule 4 is satisfied. I'll go to answer. Now, expected rent rupees 4 lakh. Actual rent 6 lakh minus 1 lakh means 1 lakh it was vacant. That's why we call it as 5 lakh. See, 6 lakh minus 1 lakh. Your answer is 5 lakh. Now, expected rent means if you compare this, your municipal value or fair rental value, whichever is higher, 4 lakh is higher. So, we considered 4 lakh as an expected rent. Now, actual rent 6 lakh minus 1 lakh, it is around 5 lakh. Now, 4 lakh is higher or 5 lakh is greater. Whichever is greater, 5 lakh is greater. Now, in this 5 lakh, we have to consider 5 lakh. Outer column also you will get 5 lakh only. Now, in this, gross annual value is 5 lakh. Out of this, municipal tax paid by owner. As I told you, municipal tax paid by tenant, we will not consider. Municipal tax paid by owner, we will consider. Now, paid by owner, it is 25,000. Unrealized rent, it is 50,000. Now, if you are not received rent from tenant, how can you pay tax on that? You cannot pay tax. That's why unrealized rent, whatever is there, you have to deduct. Now, while comparison, we will not deduct, but finally, along with municipal tax, you have to minus your unrealized rent. So, 25 plus 50, 75,000 minus your final annual value is 4,25,000. Clear? Yes, please take a screenshot. Now, so last problem for the day. We'll wind up with this problem. Now, Mr. Ram owns a house property. Its annual letting value is 80,000. During the previous year, it was let out to the tenant on a monthly rent of 7,000. Now, normally you can give for 80,000 per annum, but they given to tenant for 7,000 per month. Now, 7,000 per month means 7,000 into 12. How much? It will be 84,000. Now, he claimed the following expenses. Municipal taxes paid 8,000. Whatever municipal tax paid, it is only should be paid by whom? Owner. If it is paid by tenant, we are not going to consider. Then, expenses for the recovery of rent is 600. While collecting rent, he need to go to that particular place, the transportation expenses. Or else through bank, if it is transferring means maybe some bank charges, or else DD charges, something will be there. Those are called as expenses of recovery of rent. Then maintenance allowances paid to the stepmother rupees 12,000 annually. So maintenance expenses has to be paid to whom? His stepmother. So how much it is? 12,000 annually. Next, which was a charge on the property according to his father's will. So there was a, maybe you have seen some Hindi movies, I think. What happens? If you want house, you need to take care of my wife. Like your grandfather tells that if you want this particular property means you have to take care of my wife. It is nothing but whatever rent you collect, some portion, some amount you have to give it to her because it will be for her food and butter. Similarly, as per this, his father says that if you want this particular property means you have to give 12,000 to her mother, stepmother. So if you pay that, then whatever rent you collect, that will go to you only. So similarly, whatever the rent collecting, because of he agreed to pay 12,000. Remember that. Next, the house remained vacant for 1 month. Now, out of 12 months, 1 month he did not get rent. Why? Because the house was vacant. During the previous year, find out income from house property for the assessment year 2020 and 2021. 2020 and 2021. So I'll go to answer. As per the answer, computation of annual value of the house property for the assessment year 2020 as well as 21. Gross annual value. So how come you will get gross annual value? Very simple. In this, 7,000 is the rent. How many months? Normally it is 12 months, but it was vacant for 1 month. So finally, how many months it was occupied? It was occupied for 10 months. Now, multiplied with 10, it will be 77,000. Your gross annual value 77 minus 8,000 municipal tax paid. So 77 minus 8, it will be 69,000 minus deduction admissible. So what is the deduction admissible means? Whatever we calculated, gross, that is gross annual value. If you want net annual value, as you know, standard deduction at 30%. Now, whatever answer you got on that 30%, like 69,000 on that 30%, it will be how much? 20,700 minus your final answer is 48,300. Hope you understood. Now, so we have note for this. Gross annual value, expected rent is 80, actual rent is 77, whichever is less we have taken. Remember, in house property, whatever the agreement or sentiment happened between in your family, like you need to take care of my wife, you need to pay to collect the rent, you have to pay fuel charges of 700. All those expenses will not be deducted except your unrealized rent, except your municipal tax. Nothing can be deducted. For example, in the question they have given that there is a repair charges of 5,000. You cannot deduct. Remember, in question paper, to make you confused, they will give you all these kinds of expenses. But you are not supposed to deduct all those expenses. Clear? Yes. I'll go back so that you can take a screenshot. So this will be your problem number 4. So solution for that and working note. So this is all about your today's session. We worked out 3 problems. So all the 3 problems what we worked out, all on the basis of your session 1. In the session 1, I explained you each and everything, how to calculate your gross annual value as well as net annual value. As per the questions requirement, we have to solve problems. Thank you.